Hey there, I'm Jenny from Lovemore to Live, where we talk about relationships and getting emotionally healthy so that you can have healthy relationships. In today's video, we're talking about whether married couples should spend all their time together. Is it healthy to spend some time apart and pursue your own interests, or should you be spending all your time together? What sparked this video was that someone asked me the question, is it fair of me to ask my husband or to expect my husband to spend all his time with me, to do things with me when he comes home from work? Obviously, the cry of this young woman's heart was that she's not getting enough time with him, but her husband's feeling like when he comes home from work, he just wants to chill. He doesn't want to have to follow her around and do everything with her. So how do we find the balance here? What is healthy? Is some time apart good, or should you be together all the time? The short answer to that question is yes and no. And we're gonna break that up in a minute. It's a balance that each couple has to create for themselves. Time together and time apart. So let's talk about time together. It is good for couples to do things together. If they get into the habit of each doing their own thing, they're soon going to drift apart and their relationship will deteriorate. So common interests and pursuits hold you together as a couple, and then you create memories that you can reminisce about in years to come. But just make sure that the things that you're doing together are things that you both enjoy, that it's not just one person that's having to follow the other around and do whatever they're wanting to do. Make sure that you are both interested, that you are both involved in what you're doing. It's great to make sacrifices sometimes and do things with the other person, that's something that they enjoy but that you don't necessarily enjoy, but that shouldn't be the way it is all the time. If you do something together that only one of you is enjoying and the other one is participating because it's their spouse's favorite thing to do, then make sure that the person who's involved and who's not really interested is actually choosing to be involved and choosing to show interest and take an interest for the sake of their husband or their wife, so that it doesn't feel like they're just dragging around. It's going to make it miserable for the other person if you're tagging along and complaining and being miserable because you have to go along with this. Take an interest for your partner's sake. Okay, let's talk about time apart. So having said that we should be doing a lot of things together, it's also healthy to do things separately. Relationships need a healthy amount of space in order to remain healthy. So personal time allows each one to pursue their own interests or just relax. Especially if you're an introvert, you're going to need some time to yourself just to recharge, because that is how introverts recharge, by being alone, by reading, just doing something that is quiet and where you can just recharge yourself. I know from experience that is an essential for me. I have to have time alone. So, time apart also allows you to maintain your individuality and to pursue things that interest you as a person. So if you're only ever together, your relationship could start stagnating. Having individual interests and interactions with others is stimulating, and you bring that life and that energy back into your relationship, and it just creates energy and life in your relationship by having interacted outside of your little circle. So expecting your spouse to be everything to you is not realistic, and it's not fair, because it's a burden that you place on your spouse that they can't fill, because your spouse cannot be everything to you and cannot meet your every need. And they may begin to feel smothered if you do expect that. So it's a sign of maturity when a person can accept that their spouse needs some time alone. Learn not to take offense if your husband or wife expresses their need for, I need some me time, and that's okay. Learn to be okay with that. So the amount of time that a couple spends together is going to be different for every couple, because every couple's needs are different, and also your needs change. The key is for both of you to be happy with the amount of time that you're spending together. So if one of you is not happy, if one of you is feeling like I'm not getting enough, then you need to make a plan to make this work and to figure out how to spend enough time together. And vice versa, if the person is feeling like they're not getting enough time on their own, we're talking in a healthy relationship here. We're not talking about wanting to be away from each other. We're talking healthy relationships here. So each couple is going to have to find that balance, because too much time together will stifle the relationship, and too much time apart will create distance between you. So this is one of those relationship dynamics that has to be solved through repeated communication, because your needs keep changing throughout your married life. So keep talking about it. Keep those lines of communication open, and let your spouse know what you need. Learn to express your needs clearly without belittling or accusing or nagging. So let me give you some homework. I'm not a teacher, but I guess I'm a teacher at heart. Let me give you some homework. Number 1, have a conversation with your spouse about this video. Talk about how you can make this work for both of you. If this is a concept that's new to you, then discuss it with your spouse, so that you can come to a happy agreement on how much time together and how much time apart is healthy for you as a couple. And then the second thing is, find things that you can do together that you both enjoy, and then make a point of doing those things, so that you can begin to have that bond, so that you can have that time together, so that you can make memories together and have time and have good times that will hold you together during some tough times that may come in your marriage. That's it for this video. If you have a question, please leave a comment below, and we'll be sure to make a video answering your question. You can send us an email, check out our Facebook page, our Instagram, and also the blog if you're interested in more relationship articles, and if you're a reader instead of a video watcher. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Click that little bell below so that you get notifications of future videos, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.